Hello and welcome to In Touch, your rugby show with a bit of a difference. We serve some rugby stories, but with a bit of spice. And this week we get to know Handré Pollard, since he's stepping into that captaincy role at the Bulls. We're going to see how steady his hands are, quite literally. It's of course, besides the fact that we had a pretty spicy second round of Super Rugby, also plenty of Six Nations action. And after Eddie Jones threw some major shade Wales' way last year, they taught him a lesson this past weekend. We're just going to recap that because you might have forgotten about him dropping an expletive on Wales, and we dug it out. Also, this week on the show, we're not only bringing you Handré Pollard, we stopped by his wife Marise's location yesterday, and we tested how well she knows him. So the same quick fire questions that we usually ask our guests, only this time we can compare their answers.
Coffee or smoothie?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Run or cycle?
Oh, cycle for sure.
Cycle.
Biltong or chocolate?
Biltong.
Biltong.
Book or movie?
Movie.
Movie.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunrise.
Ooh. Sunset.
Beach or bush?
Bush.
Bush.
Aisle or window?
Window.
Window.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Vanilla. No, chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
Singing or dancing?
Oh, neither, but singing probably.
Ooh. Dancing. Neither.
Text or voicemail?
Text.
Text.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio. No, weights.
Cardio.
Welcome to Handré Pollard. It's lekker to have you on In Touch. Are you surprised about the way Marise fared in that?
Yeah, she actually did quite well. The singing, dancing was never going to happen, so that was a guess anyway. But yeah, not bad.
So how long have the two of you known one another?
Wow, it's been since 2012, yeah. So since my matric year in school, and she was still grade 11 in Paul, so yeah.
Way back in 2012, I heard the rumors because I don't know how many people know this, but we're both from Paul, so the rumors tend to circulate there, that there was quite a lot of talk about the fact that you dated outside your school's dating pool to the competition.
Yeah,
just
sure.
up the road, because she went to Girls Eye and you went to Paddle Gym.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's all worked out.
No, definitely. It's quite a sensitive topic in Nepal.
Yeah.
Especially that time of year.
Yeah.
In June, July. So it was pretty bad timing, but all in all, it worked out pretty well.
How long did you keep it on the down low?
We tried, but it didn't actually.
It didn't actually work.
No, it didn't work.
And now you've been married for a year.
Yes, we've been married for a year, just over a year, so everything's going great.
Congratulations.
No, thank you.
Married life any different to what you expected?
Yeah, it's better. It's good.
Better.
Really enjoying it. I mean, if you've dated for so long, it's not much that has changed, but I mean, it's awesome to have her there, and the support is unbelievable.
You guys went on the most epic flippin' holiday. I mean, it just felt like you and Trevor and Jessie and all of your girls were all over my Instagram feed over January. It was December when you went to Bali.
Yes.
Of that group of friends who went to Bali, who's the easiest and the most difficult travel partner? Where does Marise rank?
No, she's great. She's really a great traveler. She's always up for some adventure and some fun. And she looks after all my stuff, which is great because I will just lose everything. No, I must say it was an easy group to travel with.
No one was a hazard.
No, in the mornings you have a bit of a hangover. Nobody's too pleasant, but it's good fun. And Jessie's always got a portable charger for us going around, so it's always good.
So Jessie's a useful travel friend to take along.
Absolutely, and he's always on Google searching all kinds of nice spots. Yeah, he's a great traveler.
And you guys did that flippin' epic trip to New York as well. Do you like the States?
Well, first time there
Yeah.
with our honeymoon, but it was unreal. I mean, New York City in the snow is just something you always dreamt of seeing. And to see it was really a cool experience. And then we went off to the Caribbean after that, which was also pretty different, but pretty cool.
A bit of both, like really.
A bit of both, really quite extreme both. Yeah, it was good.
So, so you guys enjoy a bit of travel. Whenever you're on tour, Marise comes along as well. What does she do for a living?
She is a teacher. I'm actually preschool teacher. Yeah.
Preschool
Small
teacher.
2 to 3 year olds.
Lots of patience.
Unbelievable.
Or does she use it up at work and then when she comes home it's done?
Yeah, no, it's a bit different at home, but not in a bad way at all. But I mean, she's got an unbelievable way with her little kids, and it's really cool to see.
Okay, I've heard that she's a popular teacher. We stopped by a shoot she did yesterday for Get It magazine. You'll see the photos soon if you live in the Pretoria area. This is what Maurice had to say about her husband, Handre.
We're doing a shoot for Get It magazine. We met with Mariette at a Land Rover function, and she asked me and my friend, Gabby Nyakane, if we are keen to do an interview and a shoot and everything, and we said yes, let's do it. It's something different, something we haven't done, and now we are here. Not used to it, but having fun. Handre is very analytical on the field, but if he comes back home, he'll definitely look at the training on his iPad and analyze everything just to make sure that everything is perfect for that game the weekend. He likes to do his research and make sure everything is in place. But if he puts his iPad down and not speaking to anyone about rugby anymore, we like cooking, going out for dinners and going to the movies. You know, he's not analytical in our relationship or in our home. He likes everything to be in place. He doesn't like stuff lying around in the house. So I'll always make sure everything is in place, but I'm a bit bad if I take my clothes off, I'll just throw it on the chair. And I know you don't like it, so I try to keep that fine. He will never say something. He's not like that. Handre will just go on with his life. He never has a problem with anything. So, but I know he prefers my clothes in my closet. Handre loves medical stuff. I'm not a fan. I gross out and I get the chills if I see an operation or something, and he'll keep on watching. Even if he has to get like an operation when he did his knee, he asked the doctor, like, can I please get an epidural because I want to watch the operation, and he watched the whole thing. He's so interested in what's going on in the body and how it works and how people fix it. Yeah, I think that's something no one will know, and it's interesting.
The lovely Handré Pollard. Why would you want to watch your own operation take place?
I'm just checking up on the doctor, making sure he does everything right. It's like she said, it's something I enjoy. So we're watching. It's a bit weird, I know, but it's early on I noticed I won't be just going into the medical route. I'll be playing rugby, but I still enjoy it, and I don't know. It was a pretty cool experience watching them cut up your knee and fixing everything.
You know that's pretty strange.
It is pretty strange, but hey, well.
It's pretty out there. Do you have any teammates who share this interest in the gory?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
So, would you consider a career anything medical related after rugby? Like, I mean, clearly that's unusual to have that level of interest.
Myself, I won't consider anything in the medical industry, but I'll continue watching it and I'll still enjoy it.
Wow! And do you want to see, like, when your teammates have like gory injuries? Are you one of those guys who wants?
Stitches, yeah, I love watching them put in stitches, and it's just pretty cool. I don't know.
Has it always been that way?
It's always been that way.
Since you were a kid?
For some reason, yeah.
Do you think it's because of your exposure to so much blood and gore in rugby in general that you've just become desensitized?
Could be.
Could be?
Could be. I'm not sure it's the reason.
What do you want to do after rugby?
Well, I would, like we said earlier, I want to live in Paul. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure.
You're not
I
sure?
get this question a lot, so
Yeah.
I've thought of a lot of stuff, but nothing.
Would you coach?
I would coach.
Because you're quite a rugby nerd.
Pretty much. I would coach, but then again, you're traveling just as much as the players.
Yeah.
I'm away from home for 5 months here, so that doesn't make sense. So that's probably one of the reasons you stop.
Yeah.
One day. So we'll see when the time's right for now.
Okay. So from one rugby nerd to probably the biggest other rugby nerd I've ever come across in my life. And speaking of coaches, John Mitchell used to work with us. He's now part of England's coaching staff, but we asked him to send a little video since we have Handre here with us. And the two apparently became quite close last year.
Hi Andrea, it's Mitch speaking here from Oxford in England. This is about my 50th go at this, so we'll give it another go. Yeah, it's a beautiful little town. We're here preparing for our next test match in 2 weeks' time. Just from me, mate, it was a huge privilege to work with you at the Bulls last year. Found you a very gifted athlete, very strong-minded, and focused on being the best you can be. That comes out in the way that you prepare. I think you work very hard at your game and always seeking to get better. That's very, very evident, and also enjoyed the collaboration with you around strategy as well, which I think is something that you enjoy. Was there a moment, or was there a particular memory last year that stands out? Not on its own, but if there's one thing that I picked up and certainly enjoyed, and I think others enjoyed, is that the smile on your face tells a million words. It's definitely a sense of personal satisfaction in your own game, and also in the team performance. I think that sums up really who you are. It's great to see you back in good form, continuing that on from last year, and arguably you're one of the best fly halves in the world. And just keep my fingers crossed that you remain healthy and you managed well this year, and look forward to catching up with you when I'm back home again sometime. Cheers, mate. Look after yourself.
What have you got to say?
Oh, what a legend. A lot of people's got a lot of different views on John Mitchell, but the year we spent together was amazing. I really learnt a lot. He's an absolute genius when it comes to strategy and rugby, and he understands rugby. I think that's probably the biggest thing. People don't understand him. He just thinks so much outside the box, which most normal people won't understand. So we try to tap into his mind as much as we can, myself, Luit, and Jess, just to learn as much as we can. And we certainly did learn a lot. So it was an awesome year, and really thankful for what he did for us as players.
Do you still keep in touch?
Yes, we have a chat now and then. We'll have a chat now and then on strategy.
Like when last?
Let's not talk about that. It's pretty recent.
Regular.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. So, no, he's always got great ideas, and like I said, he understands the game on a whole different level.
It's interesting. He's, of course, very aware of the fact that you guys are playing the Lions this weekend. Do you think he still watches and keeps in touch and keeps an eye on what's going on here?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's especially him and Jess, because they did the defense together. So I mean, they almost speak every day. It's almost
Really?
a bit weird, actually.
Yeah,
Really
like
speak
super
a lot.
close.
Like
weirdly close.
Yeah, so I think he really still enjoys watching the boys, and of course he knows guys from both sides. So it must be pretty fun as a coach to look at that and think of the past and what you shared with all those players.
So now, you are a very composed kind of person, but, you know, off the field and on it. Obviously, it helps on the field. Take me into your thinking process when you line up to do any kind of place kicking. Because we always watch you, but we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you actually try to think of nothing. Then when you're not thinking of anything, you know you're kicking well.
Okay.
And you're striking the ball well. If you start thinking of too many things, it's never a good thing, especially with place kicking. So you try to clear your mind, actually. I basically literally walk back 6 steps, I count to 3, and then I go.
Really?
So,
just as simple as that?
As simple as that. And because you've put in the work in the week, so you know you've got to have confidence in your abilities. So, but once you start missing one left and right, it starts to get a little bit tricky. You start to think of where did you put your foot, what's the reason for this, why did that go right? So, yeah, but you try to think of nothing, to be honest.
So what do you tell yourself when you've missed one?
Well, you know yourself better than anybody else, so you probably know why you missed it. You probably know what you did wrong most of the times. If you don't know, that's a problem, because then you're going to struggle to fix it. But you tell yourself, yeah, you know what you did wrong. Maybe you came in too fast. Then you tell yourself, okay, it happened. It's over. The next kick's a new kick, and just try to slow down a bit.
What's your pre-match kind of ritual, routine? Like, how routine-driven are you? Because I know that I've asked Maurice about this before, and she said you are freakishly calm.
Yes, freakishly calm.
Like,
sometimes I got to get myself up.
Very chilled.
Just wake up, and it's like an hour to kick off. Got to get some energy. But I think everybody handles pressure their own way, and I think that's the way I just do it. I just completely just sit back and just basically. It's not always the case inside, but I think outside I try to show calmness towards my teammates and for myself, just to stay composed. But I don't have a lot of routine, actually. I've got little things, you know, you drink this little thing before a game, but I don't put the one boot on before the other one or anything like that. It's not like that, no.
Okay, so we're going to test Handre's whether he's got cool hands and a clear mind and how he fares under pressure. Before we get there, though, Eddie Jones, I don't know if you heard me allude to it a little earlier, took a dig at Wales last year. Obviously, someone was there to record it. Yes. And then this weekend, Wales taught him a lesson. Your impressions of Eddie Jones?
It's just interesting character. He plays the media game very well. Very well. So that's something that's always a big topic when you play the English in that week. So he's great at it. He's a great coach. We all know that. So to see it backfire, but you know it happens. We'll enjoy this one because maybe next time it won't be the same thing.
If you missed it, take a look at this.
Who knows Wales? Is any Welsh people here? So it's this little place that's got 3 million people. 3 million people.
Well, what a welcome both teams receive. It is pretty special. Big opportunity for Corey Hill. And the world second rower has got his team in front. Bigger with the kick pass. Daly back in position, but Adams has taken it. Adams scores the try that seals an historic win for Wales. That's it. The clock goes red. The Principality Stadium flashes red as they celebrate another win, an historic 12th Test win on the spin. And that Grand Slam dream is still on for Alan Wynne-Jones.
I thought it was a very good, tough game of rugby. Yeah, a real nip and tuck sort of game. On fine margins, you make one mistake and it costs us a try that ultimately cost us the game. The world hasn't ended, mate. Yeah, I guarantee you, the world's still out there. And we'll learn from today. We got beaten in a certain few areas, and we'll improve in those areas, and we're ready to go when we play next time.
The world is indeed still out there, only it was set alight. Twitter was losing its actual mind. Of course, on Saturday we had the small matter of a bit of Super Rugby action. When did you watch this game?
The next morning, actually, only watched the extended highlights. And when I got home, I actually watched the whole game. So, yeah, it's a great game.
It's flippin' impressive to see how Wales fought back in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way they play. You always feel like you've got them, but somehow you never do. So.
Tell me about Principality Stadium, because I've heard stories of fans hating the English so much that they headbutt the English team bus and like hammer on the bus, and that it's incredibly hostile.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's unbelievable. I mean, you get escorted by horses from your hotel because it's like a quick 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
And then it's just fans all the way there, and it's just unbelievable. Pub after pub after pub with Welsh fans just going crazy, and it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
People losing their minds.
Yeah.
Interesting stat on that game that I saw over the weekend. Wales have beaten England. Now, they haven't beaten England the last 5 encounters that they played, but they've beaten England in 1949, 59, 69, 79, 89, 99, 2009, and again in 2019. That's a rugby nerd stat right there.
That is a very interesting stat.
That is, I mean, what are the odds that you managed to get that right? So use that hashtag SSRugby. Chat to us the whole time. We'd love to hear from you. How much of Six Nations have you been watching and keeping an eye on? Considering it's a Rugby World Cup here, I'm guessing a lot?
Yeah, no, for sure. I always watched it. It's a different style of rugby, but it's very enjoyable. Much more tactical, so I really enjoy watching it.
We really thought that Ireland was going to be the team to beat in the first week. Then we thought it was going to be England. Now we're like, it's Wales! It feels like every time you have a round in this competition, a new team seems to...
Absolutely, but I mean, that's international rugby. Anything just lasts 7 days, basically. You're the favourites the 1 week, the next week you're not. It's just simple as that. So it's a tough competition. I mean, Italy is, of course, a bit out of their depth at the moment, but the rest of the teams, I mean, anybody can beat anybody, and it's really nice to watch. It's really fun, and it's great for world rugby.
Okay, so I told you that we were going to put Handre's cool hands to the test ahead of that big Yuckskate derby this weekend at Emirates Airline Park. It's, of course, the Lions hosting the Bulls. But first, we're just going to check in with Showmax, because if you've missed any of your favourite DSTV shows, then that's probably the best thing for you to make sure you sign up for. If you're a DSTV customer, of course, you get it free.
Add Showmax to your DSTV account for the best shows with no interruptions. You'll get unlimited access to the greatest series, kids shows, movies and sport with new episodes every week. The best part is that you can watch it anywhere. Your computer or your laptop, your phone or your tablet. And of course, your TV, either via your Explorer or the app. Watch what you want, when you want, where you want it with Showmax.
And speaking of DSTV customers, whether you're a DSTV Plus access or any other package this weekend, if you have the DSTV Now app, you can watch all of the SuperSport channels. You have full access to them all, even if you don't have access to it on DSTV. So make sure you install the DSTV Now app on your mobile device, log in there and make use of the opportunity. Now, it's this big Marvel superhero season. We've got a superhero doubleheader this weekend. All the sides in their superhero kits. You guys are playing as Captain America Vodacom Bulls.
Yes.
How into this whole Marvel business are you? Do you love superhero movies?
I do, I actually do.
So you are actually really interested in it.
I really enjoy it, yeah.
It's becoming a trend in Super Rugby? I've got a few questions just to check whether this is verified. Is it becoming a trend in Super Rugby to name, it's becoming a Super Rugby trend to name co-captains? Who are the co-captains of the Avengers?
It is Captain America and Iron Man.
Okay, so he is actually for real. I'm going to make this a little harder for you now. You're going to start doing this, and we've got 2 more questions just to spice things up. This is a Cool Hands challenge. We're going to give you a countdown. I've got 2 more superhero questions coming your way.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's go.
Slowly, surely. Captain America has a bestie. Who is Captain America's bestie? He happens to have a similar name to a very famous Bulls lock.
Bucky.
Bucky. Indeed. Well done.
Oh, no.
2. Okay. Another question just to spice things up. Ooh.
Oh, no, it's the last
This
shot.
is going very badly for you.
Very.
Just in... Oh, your time's done.
I have better hands this weekend.
That is actually impressive how much harder it got from when we did the trial
lot
run
harder.
before we went live.
Much harder.
Is that what Test Rugby does to your brain as well?
I guess.
How much of your
that's
first
exactly it.
test do you remember? Do you actually have very vivid memories
I've watched
of
it a few times. So
so you have the
quite
TV
a bit.
memories.
But in the moment, no, not
In the
much.
moment, it's a bit like that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, one last superhero question because we never got to it. Captain America's full name?
I can't remember.
Come on, his first name is Steve. Does that help? Like Steve Hansen, but a different surname?
Wait.
Captain America's name is Steve
No,
Rogers.
Rogers.
2 out of 3 though. At least he passed that one. Well done. Thank you so much for playing the Game Round Challenge with us. This weekend, it's round 3 of Super Brew. Round 2, strangely enough, John de Villiers got 7 out of 7, which is freakish because no one picked that Brumbies Chiefs result.
Yeah,
I mean, the
That's
Chiefs
crazy.
were incredibly poor.
yeah. They'll be back.
So this weekend, I'm going to just enter whatever Handré says now. So I need to get some real insight here. My Super Brew's going up in flames. Hurricanes, Brumbies.
Gotta go with the Hurricanes at home, mate. Even though the Brumbies played well last week, I think Hurricanes at home is a different.
Bowden's back from honeymoon.
Yes, so hopefully he's fresh and ready to go.
Straight into it.
Hope so.
Okay. Rebels, Highlanders.
Oh, it's at the Rebels, so I think it's a bit humid there. It's pretty tough, so I'll go Rebels.
Rebels by
No, not a lot. 5.
5. Okay. Chiefs, Sunwolves.
Chiefs will bounce back pretty strong.
Yeah. In Waikato as well. So 8, 10, 20.
I'll go 15.
15. Okay. Reds, Crusaders. Saturday morning, 10:45.
No, Crusaders for sure. Comfortable, I'd say 12 points.
How scary does the Crusaders look?
Very.
And then Lions, Bulls.
Gotta go with the Bulls there.
Gotta go with the Bulls. Captain America by?
Oh, let's say 3, eh? It's gonna be
Captain
tough.
America by 3. Handré himself said so. Sharks, Stormers, 5:15. Kings Park Stadium. Lekker humid. Durban and Feb.
Very humid. Stormers will be desperate, but the Sharks are playing very well. So I'll go Sharks by about 8.
Sharks by about 8. Make notes. And Jaguares, Blues.
Jaguares, also not too much. It's pretty humid there. I'll say by 5 as well.
Jaguares by 5. Okay, so make sure that you take all of those down. Enter the competition if you fancy yourself a John de Villiers on the Superbrew front. Join our pool, superbrew.com. Stand in line to win one of 42 Samsung Galaxy Note 9 smartphones. Then at least you get more than just bragging rights for your efforts. Make sure that you chat to us the entire weekend. Use that hashtag SSRugby. And best of luck to you guys heading into Joburg CBD.
Yes, thank you very much. It's going to be good.
As far as stadiums go, where does that one rank for you?
It's brilliant.
Is it brilliant?
It's
You
brilliant.
love it.
I love it.
All South African rugby players love playing at that stadium. Make sure that you join us on SuperSport 1. If you missed any of the show and you're only joining us now, catch the whole one, of course, on Catch Up or on SuperSport 1 on Thursday nights at 7:30, first 15 as well, of course, on Thursday nights. And then every match of Super Rugby live and exclusive on SuperSport 1. Thanks so much, Handre.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Cheers. And on that note, thanks so much for watching. And if you'd like to see some of our older episodes, click up here to subscribe to SuperSport's YouTube channel over there.